Right, we've got a minute. Tell them.
Here we are. Right, quick fire round. Let's start from cylinder 4. Here we go. That looks pretty good. That ain't moving. Oh my god, there's a lot of debris down there, but that's not the point. That's not the point. Let's go rod number 3. Alright, so that's not moving.
That ain't moving.
Right, P-star resistance. Right, let's go rod number 2. So that is who you call Rodney Knockins. Rod number 1. And there we have it. Sam, the destroyer of K20s. And K20 are destroyed.
What's happening, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got an interesting one. It's going to be a multi-part episode. Basically, it's filmed across a couple of days. And today, if you haven't seen it, if you haven't seen any of my socials, you know who I work alongside with for the YouTube. The good man Sam Paddy Projects himself. Now, here's a link below. Check out his channel, check out his Insta socials, check out the works, because we've done some interesting stuff over the last 2-ish years with this Honda build in particular. But to summarize it quickly right now, we took a Honda Civic TI, which was a British Touring spec 1.8 engine model out of the Mark 8 series, Generation 8 series Honda Civics. And what we done, we took that engine out. Because it's a 5-door and he's now a father like myself, we wanted to make kind of like the ultimate hot hatch family car. Something that you can take to the track, have a load of fun with, something you can get the family in, and still have a bit of fun. We have created what we have now titled the Honda Civic TIR, and honestly it has been a roller coaster for both of us, really, because neither of us have done something to this level. It may sound quite basic, converting a Civic into a Type R. Loads of people have done it, but this is something we wanted to do, I said, because it's going to be unique. And one point from a content creator point of view, from an engineer, mechanic type view, and a general overall car enthusiast, no one's actually documented, in the UK at least, that what you can see, a Type R K20 conversion into a Civic Mark 8. Obviously you've got the FN2 Type R, which is essentially the Type R model of the 8th gen series, but this being a TI model with a K20 engine, unique or what? But fast forward, so we've done the conversion, run it for about 2-3 weeks, all was going great. Now bear in mind, we had this engine in the Type R and we had this car previously, so we know the life and the history of this car, and it's already seen some abuse in this engine alone. But I'll let you guys check out all that more on his channel, because it's gone more into detail. I'm more of like behind the scenes stuff you don't see that he uploads, bit of banter, messing about here and there. Got the engine running, car's running beautiful, just in time for officially gassed Silverstone 2024, and that was a great day for some of us. And unfortunately for Sam, it weren't so great. Up until probably midday, mid-afternoon, everything was fine, and Sam unfortunately pushed the limits a little bit too hard and done what a lot of people struggle to do, and killed a stock K20. Not only did he kill a stock K20, we managed to drive said broken engine and car a further 10 miles down the road to our hotel destination until it finally gave up and shut off completely.
My car's dead. That's like completely dead. That's why I knew I should have left it. I got hit by the curse. So after that last lap we just done, we did overheat on track. As you can see here, obviously that is not good. That's not what we want to see. But these things happen. Maybe I need to bleed it. Hopefully it hasn't cooked the engine too badly, because I didn't even check that it was overheating until it actually started misbehaving. So it might have been overheating for a lap or two. So we might need a new engine already.
Is someone getting a little hot?
We're getting a little bit hot, yeah. With the car cooled down and all the oil at the bottom of the engine, I checked the oil level and it was at the bottom line at best. So we chucked a litre in and let's see what happens. All right, so let's start the engine. Okay, we have got a funny noise going on. Ah, shit.
Now, I'm going down there today because we're doing a new engine swap. It's rarely been done, very rarely been done for this shell, for this type of model. And from what we know, not a lot of people have done this on the Mark 8 in the UK. In America, everywhere else that have got the SI saloons, whatever, they've done them, it is what it is. UK, no one's really documented it. We know of a handful of people that have done it. But this is us bringing you, the public, the enthusiasts, the Honda boys, how to do it, what's needed, what's required, and things you're going to experience on the way. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Let's get to Sam now, and you'll see the madness that we got up to. And if you stay long enough, you'll see a possible outcome which should line up to his previous video. Let's crack on with the video. Alright, so we're here now, and been here for 5 minutes. What have you done already?
You know the vibe. So, as a master engine builder, which I am, see, I always put my bolts back in the preferred places. So, as you can see here, this is what I've done. But if we can get some lumens down here, I've also put one where it definitely belongs.
Get your torch out.
I ain't got my phone.
Oh, basically, you've been here for 5 minutes.
Look, I just like it when my engine rattles, okay? And if we put a bolt in there on the crank, it's going to rattle some more. So we like that stuff. We like it. It's where it's supposed to be, man.
It's supposed to be a Honda, not a Ducati.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you know you want a Ducati.
One day.
One day, when
One day.
you decide to fix this.
Yeah. There's no need to do that.
What Sam doesn't know is I'm going to be violating him a hell of a lot.
That's all right. I mean, perks of being the apprentice, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've got a Haynes manual, I have, you know.
Finally.
I do.
Wait, what Haynes manual have you got? Because I've known you for 4 years now.
It's the right one. It's the right one. I've got 2, right?
Yeah.
3, actually.
3.
For an MX-5 that I crashed a million times because I thought I could drift.
Yeah.
I got one for a Honda Civic 1.8, which I've kind of almost crashed. And I've got one for a bike that I've crashed twice.
Wait, kind of.
Kind of, yeah. I never fully crashed that one. I crashed my FN2. My 1.8, I didn't crash it.
So the only good thing, so as I was saying earlier, we've just done a big Type R swap. We've done a few other goodies. The only good thing that actually came out of that Type R,
Baby, it's all experience, isn't it?
it was the only good thing that came out of that Type R. Probably now the only thing that's still salvageable is most of the suspension and maybe the gearbox if you ain't blown that yet.
Gearbox is probably on its way out, I reckon.
Listen, we're not having another repeat of the GTO, alright?
Might do.
Don't jinx it.
I know how much you love it, mate.
At least it ain't as heavy.
Look, if you like content, I like content, they like content.
Let's hope you guys like this
We
content.
do it for them.
Alright, cool. Well, keep tuned because this is going to be, as always, a messy night.
As always, that's how we like it.
5 people and their dog and a cat.
And a cat and a hamster.
And a hamster.
Yeah.
So we had some issues last time. As you can see here, we've got it up right now. And where we're at is we've got the bottom end off, well, nearly off, but we found out what the root cause of what went bang. So we found all that out. We want to take the head off, but to get the head off, we need to get the timing chain off and everything else off. And if you own a Honda or know about the K20 series, you know that bolt right there, if you know about this bolt, you know it is a nightmare to get off. So what better way to, bit of persuasion than under controlled situations and environments. day from what you last seen. Basically we didn't have much luck the other night trying to get that bottom crank pulley off. Turns out we do need a special tool and just some better tools than what we've actually got. So it is actually 2025 now as well, so it has been a little while since we last done this video. So yeah, this is going to be a carry on, and I will see you when I get with Mr. Power. Back there is the new engine.
Yes, sir.
Sam, coming in. Quick little catch up. What's been happening?
So, progress has been slow, but we're here now. So we're just unboxing the K24, fresh import from Japan. So we're gonna have a look. We're gonna take the rock cover off, do a quick inspection there. Might take the oil pan off, have a look in there, and we're gonna be test fitting this to the car today. So the difficulty that we're going to have is just checking to see if it actually fits on the driver's side. Sure, it's going to fit with the gearbox side, because as long as width-wise we're all right, we put the gearbox on gearbox mount side, that should be fine. That's all staying FN2. But on the driver's side, so engine side, so this side of it, we're going to have to mock up the mount. So I have it on good authority that CRV mount plate on the side of here, in conjunction with our original mount, we should be able to drop it in. It should line up, but that's what our goal is today. That's what we're trying to find out. We're trying to drop it in, put all the mounts together, make sure it sits in the correct placement, and we're just going to check another few things like the exhaust manifold. If we're lucky, it's going to fit the KZ04 engine. Exhaust manifold might fit, but we're going to take both manifolds off, do a comparison, and see if they do. If not, then we're just going to have to get some custom work.
As Sam was just saying there, we are probably going to have to do some custom work, some fab work, because not many people have done this conversion for the 2.4 to go into the FN engine and shell. What we like to see so far is that it's not the 4 to 2 to 1 system on the exhaust manifold right here. So as I was saying to Sam earlier, if it was that manifold, we would 100% have to swap it all out, change it out. I think for peace of mind, we're going to change it out anyway. These big biceps, get him out of the way, boy.
Whoa, stop it.
We're definitely going to change this manifold over. I mean, eventually we are going to stick a proper racing exhaust system on it to match with the rest of the system. Because what are you running now?
Running 2.25 Scorpion, 3-inch decap pipe, and standard headers. I've got standard headers on there with the 3-inch decap pipe,
yep,
which doesn't make a huge amount of sense because it's going to be really restrictive here, and then the decap pipe is just like, wow. And then the Scorpion catback exhaust, which is 2.25 system, which is excellent exhaust for, like, just say normal road use. But if you're going for power and stuff like that, then you need a true 3-inch on FN2s,
especially while still running NA.
Defo. So I think exhaust overhaul, but just to get us running, just to get obviously further with what we want to do, let's see if the headers off of the KZ04 fit on the K24. I don't think they are, but we can pretty much do that now because this is all exposed, no heat shield, no nothing. And
I mean, just on quick glance, as we can see there, I mean, we might be able to. The bolts do seem to line up fairly similar. So just in comparison, we've got the 24 here, and we've got the 20 there. On first glance, they do look like they actually do line up, but for all we know, they could be a couple of mil off either direction. So this is the fun bit that we got to deal with and what we actually got to look into. So along with the manifold, engine mount, what we are going to do once we know exactly if this fits and how it's going to fit, we're going to take the rocker cover off, give it a nice little refresh, and really and truly just see what other goodies we can make do with converting the 20 and the 24 over. See if the manifold swap overs or anything worth that. Anything to get as much NA power as possible and to get this car running and driving nicely. So yeah, as we know, Sam's now notorious and got a reputation for blowing up the unbeatable engines. So we got to make sure that this engine is bulletproof as possible, not only for its general longevity, but also for this guy's driving style.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously, blew up the K04, so, I mean, on Jordan's advice, let's go baffle pump, let's go oil pump, let's go chain, let's go water pump, let's give it all the stuff that it needs to be able to handle the abuse, because I'm sure it could have handled all the abuse, but not the way I was driving it. So we kind of got to tailor the modifications to a more race spec. And yeah, once we do that, it should be good to go. I shouldn't be blowing any more engines. Fingers crossed.
What do we reckon then? What do we reckon? So at the moment, this engine being a JDM spec, we're saying this is what, 205?
205, yeah.
205 JDM spec import engine. So that's already more power than that stock K20 right there from the FN2s. Plus you had it mapped anyway.
Yeah.
So we're going to be running the mapped ECU with this engine. It will definitely help. We know it does work. We've had this confirmed. But we will definitely get it retuned, re-dynoed, just so that way we know the whole car is running nice and smooth and not going to have any issues.
Yeah, it's definitely going to need a custom tune because we're going to do some custom work. Like we mentioned earlier, custom exhaust. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the intake, so I just want to make sure that all of it works in conjunction with each other, because the map I had on that was really aggressive, which is absolutely great. But I mean, the flames, the pops, the bangs are never good for an engine, especially if we don't have a map that's tailored to this. Like, I don't want to be getting into VTEC and AFRs and everything all out the window because it's on that custom map.
Yes, definitely. So I think one thing we definitely have to run with yours, see if we can get an AFR gauge, just to help with knowing where we're sitting at. Probably not necessary, but as we said, this is your driving style, this is your abuse.
Yeah, the more information, the more live data, the better, to be honest, especially with something like this. Because I mean, if we're going to be looking to go boosted at some point, which obviously could happen and probably will happen, knowing me, then you know, the more gauges that wired up really in the dash to go, the better. And especially for this part of the sort of like our R&D development for what we're trying to do with this.
Yes.
Like this, you know, it hasn't been done a lot. So, you know, we might discover things. Or
we definitely found out, this is definitely unique.
Yeah, it's unique.
Not a lot of people have done just a simple K20 conversion into a 5-door FN, making it the notorious TIR, as we've called it.
Yeah, now it's earning its name now.
It is, it definitely is.
It's not just bolt-ons now. It's not just bolt-ons. We're going to be doing some crazy stuff with this over the next year. So it's going to be a one-on-one. It's going to have earned its name.
That's it. Well, last year, the goal was to get to Gascony, and that was in May. This year, it's now got to get you ready, running, driving nicely, because I've now convinced Sam to come to the ring with us. So, as you guys know about Auto Cartel, just confirmed, it's getting booked, it's all done and dusted. 2025 Nürburgring trip is happening. If you want to join us, drop us a comment down below, message us on all the DMs, because we have got about 12, I think, including yourself, maybe 13 now.
No,
we don't know, but we know we got more than last time. And that's kind of what we wanted with the Auto Cartel boys, is to basically just share as much of this experience as we could with everyone. Get all the car enthusiasts involved. It's not just track days. It's not just a couple of meetups at a local car park. It's proper stuff. We want to do touring pretty much all over the world. So I said 2025, that is the big confirmed one so far for the Nürburgring. It's a long weekend that we're doing. It's going to be great. 2 whole days at the track. I said, if you want to get involved, drop me a message down below. And also comment down below what this guy should do with this engine. We know that as we said, we're going to get it running and driving nicely. It is still stock block. We're going to do a few little tasteful bits. But Sam mentioned boost.
Yeah,
So what do you reckon? Supercharged K24 or turbocharged K24? Leave a comment down below. Go spam Sam Paddy Projects' channel and his Instagram. Tell him what he should do with this engine. That's fine.
But then again, you could bend that and make that fit, really. Because
that ain't far off. Let's just have a quick
you
look.
could even just have a modification bracket there to just drop it a little bit. And just have like a piece of metal, just a thin piece of metal, and drill some holes in it, and then that fit.
The main thing is, the bolts do line up.
Yeah, so that lines up like perfectly. But it's the bores. So as long as we measure these and see what's bigger. But then again, like
they're the same.
On eyeball, that looks the same.
They are the same.
This looks a bit more beefy though, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Or thickness, check the thickness. No, I think it's
flanges. Flanges are the same.
Yeah.
They're not going to go too crazy on OEM thicknesses.
Yeah, so that might even fit. What I want to do is just...
So some of you may have noticed, I'm putting him to work. This is his engine, this is his car. And he's leveled up from being Master Apprentice.
I do, look, I'm even using snap-on tools and all sorts.
There you go. He's leveling up, so I've got to let him have some play with the engines before I get down and dirty.
So,
where are we at now?
So I've just taken off the spark ignition cover. We're just going to remove this wiring, get all these bolts and I don't really know what to call that. Starts out the way so we can get a proper look in here. So we can take off the rocker cover, and the reason why I'm doing that is because we're going to put a fresh cover on it, give this a lick of paint, and also just check out all the cams as well, because we've just taken the oil cap off and it seems to be a good bit scoring on the cams. And my engine over there, the K20, had like 160,000 miles on it, and they look much better than the cam that I've seen in here.
So what was the mileage they said on the details of that engine?
Under 80k or under 100k.
Under 100k.
Yeah, or they don't take any engines that are over 100k, but you never know, like that could just be something that they say.
Could be, or this is where we find out it just had poor maintenance and history.
Yeah.
Back in Japan.
So, chop the wire and loom. This wire and loom is absolute scrap, but we have got one off the KZ04, which we should be reusing, but we're going to keep some of this anyway, because I know there's certain sensors that we need to replace as well, like cam position sensor. So that's obviously going to have a different plug. So I know we're going to take the K20 cam sensors and put them into here, but we're going to compare part numbers and see if they're similar or the same, or seeing what will work. This is the difficult thing about, you know, going blind about what we're doing. But I think Jordan would agree, I almost sound like I know what I'm talking about.
He's getting better.
Almost.
Big almost. He's getting better. Like, I'll give him his due. He's done a lot more of this research than I have. This is new to both of us with these K engines. Well, Sam is more of an expert than me. I've just got general knowledge on everything. But yeah, it should be interesting. I mean, you hear about a lot of people doing K swaps, 24 this, K20 that. It's all part of the fun, really.
These two need swapping over, and I'm pretty sure it's plug and play with
both 2-pin. 3-pin, sorry. They're 3-pin. On that one. Move your fat ass.
Sorry. Just make sure I'm filming.
And then, yeah, 3-pin as well. So hopefully, it should work with the harness and everything. We'll see, they're both 3-pin plugs. Shouldn't have to do too much cut, shut, re-splice and all. But I don't know if anyone saw it in Sam's video, if he actually caught it in when we done the first K swap. But I did give the loom a big tidy up, big freshen up. OCD kicked in quite a lot. but there's some of it up there. So we'll definitely take the opportunity to give it a nice clean up and make sure that this engine bay is show worthy as well as track worthy. It's one of those ones you hear, you might as well do it.
Oh, rusty.
That'll be fine.
Oh, sexy.
This is the difference between a real mechanic like myself and an amateur mechanic like you.
I don't like seeing rust. Okay, right.
Moment of truth.
Alright, come off nicely. Oh, that looks ugly, man.
Ooh. She did not have a lot of servicing done.
That looks ugly AF. That looks shocking.
Joe, what? It ain't that bad. She just didn't have a lot of servicing done.
No, I'm on the outside. One day I'll get to snap on.
Crap on.
Yeah, mate. At the moment, I'm still the apprentice, so I'm still using the Ryobi, but...
Hey, don't diss the Ryobi.
Proper stuff.
I was just more concerned about the old singing you had going on there.
What did you say?
I said I was more concerned about your singing you had going on there.
I got tunes. When marimba rhythm starts to play, break my engine. Now K24. Like the exhaust fumes hit the shore.
Don't.
No, I'm joking. I'm not even going to try and break your phone, mate.
Don't quit your day job, kid. Alright, Sam. Update.
You alright? Saturday, darling, you alright? Update. So, here's where we're at. Took a load of parts off the K20 because we're using K20 wiring harness and hopefully using the ECU off of it with the Ecotech software to hopefully control that and make it fire correctly. So, new starter motor on it. Had a new starter motor for this. It looks like it fits. Should fit. Bolts up nicely. Hopefully it comes out far enough, spins the flywheel, gets the engine running. We've changed over some of the cooling piping because where the thermostat is, like that pipe was bent in transit. So we swapped it over with the K20 stuff and put the K24 thermostat in there, so that should work correctly. All the housings are all the same.
No, we put the K20 thermostat in there, not 24.
Aha, let's get it right. Took off the power steering pump, so we're getting rid of that, and we are basically going to get a delete kit on that, so it's just a pulley with a new belt on it, so we have enough room to fit the K20 intake onto it. And also, removing that will give us enough clearance to be to be able to fit the engine mount onto it, so that way it goes in the car, bolts up to the side of the car. It should all sit where it's supposed to, and we should be all winning. And our GDK's just turned up, so I'm gonna have to love you and leave you.
Dinner. So that is officially the end of, I'm gonna call this episode 1 of my series and channel. As you would have seen as well at the start of this is a 2-part video. Because of the time gap we gave ourselves in between the first time we pulled this and looked at it and then today. But we've made good progress. We have done quite a bit of a strip down, tease up, tidy up, and it's best to say a lot of R&D. Sam?
Alright, so if you're watching this video and you're not subscribed to me, shameless plug, go subscribe to my channel. You're going to see a lot of behind the scenes stuff on this channel your eyeballs are watching right now. So all the stuff that we've done, we tested out the starter motor and just made sure it fit, and that's a brand new K20 starter motor, so it looks like it's pretty good. Plus the K20 flywheel is on there now as well, and as you can see from the side as well, we've replaced a load of the cooling piping, thermostat and everything like that because that was bent, got damaged in transit, and we're just tidying things up a little bit. Obviously intake manifold that now fits.
We did have a bit of a bummer though. Upon transit we did find that the K24 rocker cover itself is damaged. So that's set us back a little bit, but that's nothing really.
Exactly. Say no to crack. I'm saying no to crack. Getting a new one. So we also discovered that the power steering pump was here. So
yes,
getting rid of that.
We realised that we this engine, whatever it come out of, is a power steering, hydraulic power steering model. So we don't need that. FN2 is electronic power steering. Sam's got a load of goodies mapped into all that. So we got the old the boost button and all cheeky K20 goodness running through that on the previous map setup. So yeah, we don't need it. We've worked out that there is a replacement adapter kit for pulley tensioner. So next episode of the K24 Sam saga, I reckon by then you'll see we'll have quite a lot added to it. We'll run you through all the process of everything that's been going on, how it's all going ahead, and if you want to see more information on the whole build series, pretty much from the very start, check that wet boy out.
Sam Paddy Projects, baby. Go subscribe. You'll see a lot of this man here. It's basically his channel anyway, so you might as well go on over.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, it's all going to be good. There's a poor K20 that he decided to write off. But yeah, we're going to sign it out today. It's Jordan at GoFlex Automotive. See you next time.